Hi, I'm Jaime Agostino, filling in for Tim Sustek, and this is your FOMC update for the May 2025 meeting. At its latest meeting, the FOMC chose to maintain the target Fed funds rate at a level of 4.25 to 4.5%, and they also maintained the rate on the reserve balances at a level of 4.4%. The decision was unanimous and expected by the markets. The post-meeting statement changed a bit, and the most important change was about the economic outlook. The Fed indicated that uncertainty around the outlook increased farther, and they believe that the risk of higher unemployment and higher inflation has risen. That is certainly not good, as an economy where the job market is faltering with inflation rising is the stagflation type of scenario we all hope to avoid. We'll see what Chairman Powell had to say about this in his press conference after the break.
In our modern world of fast-paced data gathering, information sharing, and constant communication, risk is here to stay. Thankfully, so are we. As a fellow credit union and trusted ally, Vizo Financial has partnered with industry leaders in risk management to offer advanced solutions and expert support to safeguard your assets. Locate any weak areas in your institution's defense systems and prepare your team's shield ahead of time by activating our services in social engineering testing, penetration testing, vulnerability scanning, fraud prevention, and threat surveillance. And with our risk management solutions, you can count on cutting-edge technologies like 24/7 access to cyber threat surveillance operations and advanced integrations that harness the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Do you have the risk management solutions to prepare for what lies ahead? With Vizo Financial by your side, we can help you build a secure future today.
Welcome back. Chair Powell gave his prepared remarks to start the press conference. He affirmed that the economy is in a good position with a solid labor market, inflation still somewhat elevated above the committee's 2% goal, and GDP that grew 2.5% in 2024, but has fallen off a bit in the first quarter of 2025, driven by the changes in net exports that were likely the result of business aggressively importing to get ahead of tariffs. He indicated that the current administration is making meaningful policy changes in trade, immigration, fiscal policy, and regulation, and has announced tariff increases that are significantly larger than anticipated. All of this is still evolving and makes the economic outlook highly uncertain. Chair Powell said that the committee's obligation in all of this is to ensure that longer-term inflation expectations remain well anchored and to prevent a one-time increase in the price level from becoming an ongoing inflation problem. In the question and answer session, the vast majority of the questions had to do with how the Fed would use monetary policy to address the administration's policies and their possible future consequences. The majority of what Chair Powell said in response was that monetary policy and the economy are certainly in a good place, and because of that, the Fed can afford to wait and see how everything plays out before predicting or making any monetary policy moves. He said that the administration is in talks with our major trading partners, and that could change the outlook materially or perhaps not at all. He repeatedly told the group that the environment is just too uncertain right now to predict how monetary policy will take shape. He said the committee does feel that the current tariff policy has increased risks to both employment and inflation. Though they are not currently in the situation, the committee could be in a position where the two sides of its mandate, employment and stable prices, are in tensions, meaning they need opposite monetary policy responses. When asked about the current lackluster sentiment regarding the economy, Chair Powell said sentiment is down because of concern and stress about what may come. But the data thus far still says the economy is in a good shape. When asked if President Trump's call for rate reductions factor into the committee's thinking, Chair Powell said it does not factor in at all to the committee's outlook or decisions. He said the committee will do what they have always done, which is look at the economic data, take into account the risks to the outlook, and make policy judgments to support the committee's mandate on behalf of the American people. So like it or not, the Fed is in the same boat as the rest of us. Wait and see mode is never a fun place to be in when it comes to possible economic turmoil, but unfortunately, that seems to be the mode that makes sense for the Fed at the moment. I think maybe we can take just a bit of solace in the words of Treasury Secretary Bessent when he said the trade war with China is unsustainable. As long as that is the prevailing thought, there is hope for light at the end of the tunnel. That's the FOMC update for May. Thanks for watching, and be well.